The alien students gathered in the grand hall of the Interstellar Academy. The room glowed with the soft hum of advanced technology. Each seat was occupied by a being of various shapes, sizes, and colors. They represented countless species from across the galaxy. On the podium stood Professor Thralon. He was a towering figure with iridescent scales that shimmered in the artificial light. Today was the day of the great revelation. Professor Thralon began his lecture. The topic was one that had fascinated scholars for centuries. Why were humans banned from participating in galactic conflicts? The question had been asked countless times. The answer had always been shrouded in mystery. It was now time to unveil the truth. Thralon addressed the crowd. The Galactic Council made this decision over a millennium ago. He explained, it was not a choice made lightly. The decision was based on one undeniable fact. Humans possess a trait unlike any other species. This trait makes them the most dangerous participants in war. The students leaned forward. Their attention was fixed on the professor. What trait could be so significant? One student raised a tentacle. What is this trait? The professor nodded. The trait is called adaptability. Humans can adapt to any situation. They can turn their weaknesses into strengths. They can exploit every opportunity. This ability makes them unpredictable and nearly unstoppable in warfare. Thralon paused. He let the gravity of his words sink in. Then he continued, many species excel in specific areas. The Zordians are unparalleled strategists. The Vren are physical powerhouses. The Krell possess unmatched technological prowess. Yet humans combine these strengths with an innate capacity to evolve. They can overcome any challenge. They can learn from any mistake. This makes them a threat to galactic stability. The students whispered among themselves. Some expressed doubt. Others were intrigued. Another student spoke, but humans are primitive. They lack the advanced technology of other species. How can they be a threat? The professor smiled. It is true that humans are technologically behind. However, this is irrelevant in the context of war. Their resourcefulness compensates for any technological deficit. They can repurpose simple tools into weapons. They can outthink their enemies. Their creativity is unparalleled. Thralon activated a hologram. It displayed a series of historical events. These were conflicts involving humans before their ban. One event was the siege of Draconis Prime. The humans were outnumbered and outgunned. Yet they managed to win through sheer ingenuity. They used the environment to their advantage. They manipulated their enemies into making fatal mistakes. Another example was the Battle of Nebula Rift. A human fleet faced an armada, twice its size. Their victory seemed impossible, yet they devised a strategy that exploited the weaknesses of their opponents. The hologram showed the aftermath. It was a scene of utter devastation. The opposing forces were completely obliterated. The students were stunned. The professor continued, these examples are only a fraction of human wartime ingenuity. Imagine the consequences if they were allowed to participate in galactic conflicts. The destruction would be unimaginable. Entire civilizations could be wiped out. The balance of power would be forever disrupted. This is why the ban exists. A student with translucent skin raised a hand. Why not eliminate humans altogether? Would that not solve the problem? Thralon shook his head. Such an action would be unethical. The Galactic Council values life, even the life of a potential threat. Instead, the ban serves as a preventive measure. It ensures that humans remain isolated. It minimizes the risk they pose. The students pondered this explanation. Some were satisfied. Others had more questions. A student with glowing eyes spoke. But humans have been peaceful since the ban. Does this not prove they are no longer a threat? The professor hesitated. He chose his words carefully. It is true that humans have been largely peaceful. However, this peace is enforced. The Galactic Council monitors them closely. Any signs of aggression are swiftly addressed. Their history shows that they are capable of great violence. This cannot be ignored. Thralon took a deep breath. There is one more thing you must understand. Humans are not inherently evil. Their potential for destruction is matched by their capacity for good. They are capable of extraordinary acts of kindness and compassion. This duality makes them unique. It is also what makes them dangerous. They can channel their emotions into anything. This includes war. The students were silent. The weight of the lecture pressed down on them. The truth about humans was both fascinating and terrifying. One student broke the silence. What is the future of humanity? Will they ever be allowed to join the galactic community? The professor paused. He looked at the faces before him. I do not know, he admitted. The future is uncertain. Humanity's path depends on their choices. Perhaps one day, they will prove that they can be trusted. Until then, the ban remains. The lecture concluded. The students filed out of the hall. Their minds were filled with thoughts of humanity. Some felt fear. Others felt curiosity. A few felt hope. They realized that the story of humans was not just about war. It was a story of potential. It was a story yet to be fully written. As the hall emptied, Professor Thralon remained behind. He gazed at the hologram. It displayed the Earth, a small blue planet in the vastness of space. He wondered about its inhabitants. He wondered about their future. He whispered to himself, the humans are a paradox. They are both a curse and a gift to the galaxy. Time will reveal which one prevails. Years passed. The Interstellar Academy continued its mission to educate the galaxy's brightest minds. Humanity remained under strict observation. Their actions were studied. Their advancements were noted. Slowly, signs of change began to emerge. Humans began to focus their efforts on peaceful endeavors. They developed technologies that benefited not only their world, but others in their solar system. They reached out to neighboring species. They offered assistance. They sought understanding. Their creativity and adaptability were no longer tools of destruction. They became instruments of unity. The Galactic Council noticed these changes. They debated endlessly. Could humans truly change? Could they be trusted? The arguments were fierce. Some believed humanity's violent past could not be overlooked. Others argued that their progress deserved recognition. The decision was not easy. Finally, a resolution was reached. Humanity would be given a chance. A delegation was sent to Earth. They carried an invitation. Humanity was offered probationary membership in the galactic community. It was an unprecedented step. It was a test of trust. The humans accepted. They embraced the opportunity. They worked tirelessly to prove themselves. They shared their knowledge. They contributed to interstellar projects. They built alliances. Slowly, they earned respect. Professor Thralon watched these developments with cautious optimism. He continued to teach at the Academy. He shared humanity's story with new generations of students. He emphasized their potential for both greatness and destruction. He reminded them that the future was not set. It was shaped by choices. Decades later, humanity achieved full membership in the galactic community. The ban was lifted. They became equal participants in the galaxy's affairs. Their journey was a testament to the power of change. It was a reminder that even the most feared species could find redemption. Thralon retired from teaching. He spent his final years on Earth. He observed humanity up close. He marveled at their resilience. He witnessed their growth. He felt a deep sense of hope. On his final day, Thralon stood on a hill overlooking a bustling human city. He saw children playing. He saw scientists working. He saw leaders collaborating. He whispered to himself, the humans have proven their worth. They are no longer a paradox. They are a gift to the galaxy. With that thought, he closed his eyes. His legacy lived on in the lessons he had taught. The story of humanity continued to unfold. It was a story of redemption, a story of hope, a story of endless possibilities.